One of them wanted to be the security guy. He claimed he was a security guy.
Welcome to Security Guy Radio. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Steve Soares from Morris Watchman.
What does Morris Watchman do, Steve?
Morris Watchman is all about doing key management. We manage keys, we manage assets, we have some lockers that can contain any kind of object that you want to put in there and track and maintain any kind of control of.
Now, back in the day when I bought this at Fox in '96 or '7, a long time ago, right? It was keys,
Yeah.
and I like this asset thing. So you have little lockers inside this.
Yes, we do.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, you know.
Because now we need to store cell phones for the next guard coming out doing stuff.
Sure, cell phones. We have guards that maybe would store their equipment in these lockers. So when they come in, they take their wallet out of their pockets, their car keys, they put them in the locker. They take what was in the locker for their job out,
Right.
and they allow you to go ahead and do their job and secure their personal belongings.
Now, how long has Morris Watchman been around?
Morris Watchman's been around since the early 1990s. So we've been around for about 25 years.
Yeah, I think you're the leader in this, aren't you? You're the first ones that came up with this idea?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, on the last show, we talked a lot about how the keys work, and I think it's the best. I've seen other competitors, and I think you guys have it down pat. Here's what I worry about now, integration.
Yes.
Right? Here's the problem. It's great that an IT guy or an HR person or security can log in and get into SAP, get into the access control system, get into the key watcher now, get into the radios, everything. But then so can the hacker, right?
Sure.
So what I'm concerned about is, do we have a tin can and a wire solution, old school analog, that kind of bifurcates this stuff, that allows somebody not to get into everything all at once, the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, and how does Morris Watchman address that or handle that?
Well,
it's a little different than a camera, right? So you
Oh, yeah.
you sell a camera, you put it on the network, it's a computer, and then the manufacturer and installer say, see you later,
Yep.
right? But yours is different because you're constantly working
Yeah.
in the system.
Yeah, we do several things. All of our data that goes between our cabinets and our software and between any kind of integration with an access control system is all encrypted. We use AES 256 encryption with pre-shared keys that really secure the communications. So when we're transferring information from another access control system, we're protecting that information all the way down to our side.
Okay.
And quite frankly, it makes the system almost impossible to hack. And while things are never unhackable,
Right.
when you make it really, really difficult, people are going to try and do
They'll
something.
go to that other key place over there across the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, when you say it's on the network, what about the cloud? Do most of your clients keep this in-house and keep it on their servers?
Yeah, this product is more secure from that aspect because we don't get involved with the cloud.
Oh, good.
All of our equipment, all of our software, all runs internal to an existing network on their infrastructure behind their firewall.
Now, in theory, if I had a VPN connection set up by the corporation,
Yeah.
I could log in, I could release a key because my guard forgot his code or something like that.
Sure, absolutely.
But that's not how you build the network. You build the network to be internal and robust and encrypted and things like that.
Absolutely, yep.
So what are some challenges an IT guy has to install this?
Well, I think...
In other words, can they install it sloppily so it's not secure? You know what I'm saying?
No, there really isn't any way to do that.
Oh, that's good.
The
All right.
security of it is that we are on their network that is already secured, and our communications that is involved with our systems is all encrypted.
So if I plug this in, there's not a password default, it's password 01.
Well, we have a default password when you go and set it up the first time.
Well,
but,
now I'm only half
Yep.
kidding, right? Because
Sure.
that is
Yep.
the single point of failure in a
Yep.
way, right? So that no matter what we do, if the end user screws it up, it's not your fault.
Yep.
It's not Pelco's fault or Altronic's fault. It's the end user. And I've been asking this around. Are the developers looking at writing code or doing something that absolutely makes it mandatory that when they change this password that you ship, it has to be to your standard, which is going to be much higher.
Sure.
You know how you do the different letters, characters, all that kind of stuff. I'm just thinking I could see somebody say, well, I didn't read the manual. You didn't tell me I have to change it from password 01, so it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to sue everybody, right?
Yeah.
You guys ever thought about something like that?
Well, we actually have a way of getting around this. You know, every single KeyWatcher touch system that we sell to a customer, we sell with a remote setup and software installation. So we actually get on the phone with the customer before they ever take the thing out of the box.
Oh, you help them set it up, okay.
We help them set it up, and our techs make sure that these default codes are not left in place.
Okay, good. So now do you send installers out, or is it all done by themselves?
We have technicians, the same technicians that you would talk to, and you call into us. Those techs go out on site and can do on-site training and service.
But it's basically plug and play. If you have the specs for your wall, the construction guy plugs it in and bolts it in, you're good to go.
Yeah, the physical installation, you know, that's easy, and that has to be done by the building facilities guys anyways.
You want to show me some bells and whistles on this thing?
Yeah, sure. So this is our 6-module system. It has all of our different types of modules in it. So we have a 16-key module, an 8-key module, and a 6-key module. We have these different modules, as you can see, for some of these bigger keys or key rings that might be in.
Yeah, like that's a jail key. They still use those. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and you know, how many guys do you see walking around with a big ring or a big ring of keys? You know, they keys to every door in the building on one ring. So, you know, makes it so that the system's a little easier to use, easier to see where a key is that you're looking for.
Is the glass door a standard installation, or is that just for display purposes here?
Well, you know, we do have this offered. Standard, we do include a steel door that you can't see through. It's a nice thick steel door, nice and durable. We do have the glass doors here that have a nice plexiglass front on them so that it's durable. We have some customers that need to do visual counts of keys.
I kind of like that idea, yeah, but I feel more secure with a piece of, you know, half-inch steel, but, you know.
Sure.
But plexiglass, I mean, that's pretty strong.
Yeah, you know, I mean.
You got biometrics going on now?
Oh yeah. We have a nice new optical reader. This works fantastic. You know, once a user is enrolled in the system, they simply hit the start button, put their finger right on. And in this case, George here is set up as an instant release user. And what that does is this is used for users that always have the same key.
Oh, that's a nice key. One single key and boom, you got it and you're done.
Nice and simple. And away they go.
Now, only fingerprints?
We have card readers. We have card readers that we offer that are generic for HID cards or for Magstripe cards. But if a customer has a custom reader,
what about iris? You know, optical?
If it's got a Wiegand output on it, we can connect it up.
I just saw a company over here that has one that reads from like 4 feet away. So literally, they could walk up to the box and it would release the key.
Great.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you know, I think that people have been freaked out about that for a while. So it's nice that they're coming up with technology.
Now, how about two-way authentication? I like the quick release, but two-way authentication seems to be necessary now.
Sure. Well, you know, we can integrate with access control systems. So we have a couple ways we can do multi-user logons or create 2 factors of authentication. We can have a card reader here near the system that's hooked up to the access control system that will hit a contact in ours to actually activate the ability to log in directly to our system, and then that person could hit the fingerprint reader.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
So we have a 2-factor authentication there. We also have a multi-user feature that requires 2 people to log in to be able to even remove a key, or even 3 people.
Oh, so the Great Grand Master, you'd want that maybe, the highest key level,
Yeah, you know, you might have the tech that needs a master key, and you want to make sure you have a security guard and a manager there also to remove that key. Yep.
Oh, good, excellent. Anything new on the horizon you want to share? The next product coming out?
Boy, you know, one of the things we just added, actually, we have literally just released our version 171 for the KeyWatcher Touch system, and we added a key interlock feature, and it really serves 2 purposes. One way it serves is the lockout tagout. So if somebody pulls a key out that's an operational key for a piece of equipment, somebody has that operational key out, they can't take that maintenance key out, and vice versa.
Oh,
if
good.
somebody's
That's good.
working on the equipment, it prevents somebody from being able to operate it.
Great.
The other way it can be set up is mostly for the casino environment, where we don't allow certain keys to be out to a particular user. So if a user has a drop key out, they don't have access to the vault key to be able to access the cash vault.
That's brilliant. That's good. So, good management system. Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right, good. Something else you want to show me on another?
Yeah, sure. If we want to go and move
just
over
pick
here
it all
to
up,
the,
move it.
Yeah. So what we have here is this year we're displaying our integration modules. So we're actually integrated with Lenel OnGuard, Software House Secure 9000, and just recently we got ready to go with Honeywell ProWatch.
Oh, Lenel used to be real proprietary. That's a big deal if they're
Absolutely.
putting you on their system. Yeah.
Yep. So, what we've been finding is that users, they have all these different systems they need to manage to try and be able to add users into and remove users when they're terminated or they leave. So these integrations allow us to have a central point where these clients can access or manage all their users. So they add a user into their access control system, they can add a clearance, and that clearance can be picked up by our integration module and then brings that user down to our KeyWatcher system, assigning out all their permissions to keys and everything.
That's great.
Yeah, so, for example, here I have a card here for a user. If I swipe it, you'll see there's no action. So we even detect it. If I come in here and I go ahead and assign this user a credential or a clearance level.
Everything makes it so much easier. I mean, back in the day, it was a DOS program when I started using it.
Oh,
and we had to manually program it. And,
Yeah, this, and it's fast. If I come in here and I add this clearance to the user, as soon as I hit save, you can see it added the user here.
Yeah. That used to take a piece of paper and a bunch of signatures, and got to wait till the IT guy gets back to do.
Oh yeah.
So this saves labor.
Oh,
absolutely
it saves
labor.
a ton of labor.
Yeah.
They don't have to add a user into Secure. They don't need to add a user into our system. They don't need to add them into an HR system. All these systems are all integrated already. So now we're integrated. When I come over to this system here, I can now log in with this card, and I can choose if I want to remove a key or not.
So that was locked out about a minute ago, and now we're active.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
yeah. It happens almost instantly.
Amazing.
So,
all right, excellent. Well, Steve, thanks for coming on Security Guy Radio. It's been a great show.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm glad you had me.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was good.